Good morning. How are you, YouTube family? God bless you. Thank you so very much for joining me this morning here as I am speaking from Phoenix, Arizona. And I thought I'd pop on here this morning to share with you guys what I'm doing and what I'm working on. And I want to say hello to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so very much for choosing my channel. I appreciate that and hope you are enjoying the contents thereof. And want to show you what I'm working on. I love making my jewelry. I love making especially working with paper beads. And I'm also working with the glass beads as well. And I've learned to merge the two. And I like the results of that. Which I have never done. I've always made all of my beads paper beads, but I've learned to, if I merge both beads, they look good together. I like the combination of that. Now I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on. My church is starting a thrift store. We're opening up our new thrift store and our very own thrift store, and I am so happy about that. We are continuously making progress in our ministry. And we work with men and women, trying to get them off the street and get them productive in life. And we teach them the Bible. We help get them stable to where they can reconcile with their families. We get them back into the workforce. After we've gotten them to settle in a bit and getting them back to themselves, getting them back to where they need to be in society. And we've been doing this for a very long time now. And I love the change. I love to see the change that God is doing in this ministry. He's changing men and women's lives, and getting them back to where they need to be. And we made a decision not too long ago. We feel that we want to do something different, want to do something bold, want to do something productive. And we want to open our own thrift store, so we're still looking for a building. But in the meantime, we're going to be selling stuff from our church. So I am making new jewelry for the thrift store. And this is one of the bracelet sets that I've done. These are the paper beads mixed with the glass beads. And these two are, this one is the glass bead and this one is a complete glass bead. But this one is the paper bead right here. And as you can see that, they are beautiful. So I'm very proud of this. I really am. And I think it's going to be very beautiful on somebody's wrist. Here's another set that I've done. These are all paper beads. All of these are paper beads. I made these by hand, and I've put some little charms on them. And I think these are going to be these are very pretty. I'm very proud of these as well. Those will go into the thrift store. This is another bracelet I made. This one is fairly large. This is a large one. I'm making small, medium, and large. This is a paper bead as well. If you can see that, this is another one that I made and I'm very proud of. Very beautiful, I think. Turned out very nicely. Here's another one that I made. And I just added, like I said, findings, jewelry findings in with it. And I'm very proud of how these turned out. They turned out so nice. It seems that as I go on, it just gets more prettier and prettier, I think. I'm very proud of my work here. Here's another one that I made. So I'm making singles as well as 3 pieces. And I think people will like this. Here's another one that I did out of some red collage painted paper. I painted the papers and I made these paper beads as well, and I've accessorized it, as you can see, with some white beads, glass beads with some white seed beads. And I have like a little dove at the end of this. But the paper beads are red, and I'm just painted some red paper. And this one turned out very pretty as well. Here's one that I did. This is paper beads. This is an orange. And this top one here is paper beads. Okay. And all of these are paper beads except for the ones in the middle. These are like seed beads. Seed beads that I've put in the middle of that. And I have some findings here. These are paper beads. On the other side, these are paper beads as well. And this one is regular glass beads. And I put a peace sign on that. So these are going to be, this is another 3-piece. This is small. I figured I'd put that on top of it, on the top, so that when they get them in the thrift store, they could put the smalls with the smalls and the large with the large. Here's a medium I have, which is in a blue. And these beads are mixed. I have the paper beads here. This is the paper bead along with the glass beads. And this is a medium one, so I think these are very pretty, very nice, very nicely done. Very proud of it. Like I said before, very proud of the work that I've done. Here's one that I've done. It has a star on the end of it. And this is a paper bead. These paper beads are very durable. They're very hard. I put resin on them, and I also used Mod Podge dishwasher safe on the beads as well. So if you drop a bracelet, if it gets stuck in the rain or something, you don't have to worry about it messing up the beads because they are waterproof. And I do the best I can to waterproof my stuff so that if somebody drops it in the water, whatever, they won't have to worry about it being ruined because these are dishwasher safe. They're very hard, very doable. I showed it to a lady and she was like, "You're meaning to tell me that these are paper beads?" And I'm like, "Yes, they are made from paper." She said, "You can't tell. It's so hard and it's so pretty. It looks just like a regular glass bead." And I told her, I said, "Yeah, that is the beauty of these, because when you make these, you can't tell the difference between them and a regular glass bead. When you put resin on it, the resin turns it into glass. It really glassifies the paper, and it makes it so doable." So these are that's what I've been working on lately. And I am going to be making some more of these in my spare time. So I have some beads that I am working on this morning, that I'm going to be working on this morning. Now these, I am going to add some resin to these this morning, and I'm going to bring you in with me as I do that. And I'm going to show you. By the way, oh Lord, I got this top on this jar. Now I need to get into the jar, and I guess what? I can't open it. There it goes. All right. So these jars come in handy when you're doing beads. These jars come in very handy because you can fill these jars up with beads, and let's say you have a bunch of beads that you've done up. And let's say they're mismatch. Bunch of beads that you have. They're just good to put beads in. They really are. So I save these jars for just that. I like, after I make them, after I do them, I just drop them off into the jars, and I like jiggling them around so I can hear. I like hearing what they sound like after I jiggle them. I'm sick like that. But yeah. So I have my nail lamp here. I got my nail lamp. And we're just gonna bring this up to the forefront a little bit. And you know those little flat surface things that you get that maybe got a couple of croissants on them or something at the store. I like saving these. These are perfect for putting my nail lamp on. And so I have my beads. I got my jar. Got my coffee. And I'm not going to keep you long. But we, I think, are ready. I think we are ready to go. I think we're ready to go. Let's see. That is too big to fit in there. Some of these holes that I made are really are big now. But anyway, so we're going to start with our first bead. Paper bead. Okay. There's nothing on here, no varnish, no nothing. We are going to put some resin on here. And what I've done is I've taken an empty nail polish bottle, gel nail polish bottle, and I filled it with resin. And so what I do is I take my resin and put my resin on top of here. I paint my resin on top of here really slowly. And you'll notice that when you add the resin to your bead, that it will change the color slightly. The color will get deeper. It will get a little deeper. It will get a little deeper. And the thing about this is you can layer your bead how many times ever you like to with your resin. You can put one layer on it, 2 layers on it, 3, whatever suits you. So here's my first layer. So we're just I'm gonna put that in here and let that rest on there like that. And I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and she was she's not actually a friend, I would say. Let's just say she is a co-creator. Okay, and she's a very nice lady. She has her own channel. She started out making paper beads, and then she um, it started getting so demanding with the stuff that she was doing, making paper strips, I think it was, and selling those. That everybody wanted strips, because a lot of people don't know how to make their strips, and they would just rather buy them and roll them than to make the strips themselves. And so she was finding that the demand was quite overwhelming for her, because she's married, she's got a household to run, she's got a job, um, and there's life just happened, and she was able to. It's hard to keep up, so she decided that she wanted to get off into something else. So now she makes rosaries. She makes these beautiful rosaries. And she had been gone for a while. She popped on yesterday, and it was good to hear from her. Okay, so we have our first layer on here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. The varnish. There you go. I can see a little bit. And that is so pretty. Once you put that resin on there, it changes everything. It makes it so pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a second coat on. We're going to put on a second coat. Okay, so we're going to put a second coat. Second coat is added, so we're going to put that under there and let that finish. And it was just good hearing from her yesterday. We had a nice little chat. And the thing about having your own YouTube channel, I might add, when you're, starting your craft channel or whatever kind of channel it is, I'm the type of person, I don't shy away from people. I don't mingle with everybody either, but I don't shy away from people. I try to get to know people. I give everybody a shot. You know what I mean? I will interact with people. I'll give a person. I like to chat with people and say hello and stuff. I don't shy away from people. I believe that interacting with people is important if you want your channel to grow and to have good content. So, hi, son.
Hey.
So anyway, if you, like I was saying, I try not to do that. I try to give everybody a chance to do what they, say hello or whatever and mingle with people. But anyway, here's what my second coat looks like. Okay. And it is very hard at this point, but I'm going to put this under here a little while longer because it still feels sticky. And so for you guys out there who don't know exactly how many coats you should put on, you can put on as many coats as you want to. But if you're going to get involved with paper beads or whatever, a lot of people shy away from resin. Some people say it's too strong for them, or you don't like the way it smells, whatever. I don't have a problem with it. I can't tell everybody else what to do, but if you don't want to do resin, that's fine. You can always do Mod Podge. There's other stuff that you can use as well. I have ever done a video on that, but maybe I will, on the different things that you can use. But that's on YouTube as well. All you have to do is put in what are the different media, uh, craft mediums that I can use to varnish my paper beads, and you'll find it. What are the different mediums, craft mediums I can use to varnish my paper beads, and it will come up. So there are other YouTube channels out there that are full out there of that. I don't necessarily need to make one. My suggestion actually would be to go ahead and search for that on YouTube, and it's there. There's several channels that will give you the answer to that. But anyway, my answer is resin. I love resin. I love the results of it. I've never had a problem with it, but some people do. But that's okay. There are other means in which you can varnish your paper beads. Okay, so this one's ready. And let's see if you can see that. Yeah, it's a good spot right there. See that? See how shiny that is now? And I'm going to drop it into the jar. Did you hear that? Here you go. Sounds just like a piece of glass. It turns it into glass. Okay, so that's what I'm doing this morning. I am going to be making up some more, making some paper beads this morning, varnishing my paper beads this morning. I got a lot of bracelets I want to do. I got some earrings. I'm not going to be doing as many earrings as I am bracelets. I'm going to be making some earrings, but not a whole lot. I still got some left over from the women's conference we did. I don't have a whole lot left over, but I do have some. I'm just going to go with that. Maybe. We'll see. If I make some earrings, it's not going to be a whole lot. I'm going to make more bracelets than earrings. But anyway, I just want to pop on, show you guys what I'm doing this morning, and hope all is well with everyone. God bless you. And you know, I think that these will look good with some brown beads or some white ones. There's a little pink in there too, but I think this is going to work really nice with some white beads or some brown beads, because it's got both of those colors in there, right? But anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you for joining me. Have a blessed day. This is Yvonne Roberts with Vonnie's Creativity Channel. God bless. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.